Hey guys, it's the Chad, your C10 truck nerd. Well, by now most of you guys know that I'm a huge fan of 67 to 72 GM trucks, but it doesn't always have to be about the Action Line series on this channel. Well, today we're kicking off a new series called What's in the Driveway or What's in the Shop, where we'll go through and highlight a different truck and its owners along the way. Well, today to kick off the series, we're down at my buddy Nick's shop and we're gonna check out his 1976 Chevy Silverado that he calls Snowball. All right, well, first off, I'd like to go through and introduce my friend Nick Davis. Thanks for letting us come down to your shop and check out your truck.
Thanks for having us on the show.
Well, absolutely. Well, Nick is a huge car enthusiast. He's been building cars and trucks for how many years?
Probably 25 years, 30 years.
So Nick's gone through and he's been a big asset to our local truck club. This guy can build trucks faster than I can take one apart, and there's no doubt about that. And Nick's quality and mine are a little bit different. When I'm a hoarder, I'm a junk hoarder. Most of the things that he takes off of his trucks to throw away, I'm the one that takes it, and he builds quality trucks. So tell us a little bit about a Snowball here.
So Snowball we bought is a long bed truck. We bought it back in December 7th to be exact. And the whole intention when we bought it was we were just gonna cut the bed, cut the frame, lower it, and leave it alone. Well, as the name goes, that changed really quick, and ended up buying a short bed frame for it, a new bed, full frame off deal, LS swap, 4L60E, vintage air, the whole 9 yards. Started the build December 7th. We actually finished March 6th and loaded both trucks up on the gooseneck and headed to Arizona for a show out there. So we were exactly 1 day short of 3 months on this build from start to finish. Had a lot of help along the way. Ryan James, RJ's Customs Works, Mike Losh with Slosh Tubs provided a bunch of parts for it. So really a lot of help from my son and whatnot through the build, but it was quick. I'll give you that, it was quick.
It was really fast. So how'd you come up with the color scheme?
So the silver, the Saratoga silver, is actually the factory GM color that come on this truck, and the tag in the glove box still shows that deal. The red, I actually bought the seat before I even bought a truck. So the red seat come from Mike Losh. Paul Gomez down in Fort Worth did it. And that's how the interior come about, is it was gonna go red, and then we just took it into the engine bay and the bed just to tie it all together. But the silver is the factory GM color that was on this truck. It's just got a matte clear on it.
So what'd you do with your suspension on this?
So the front's coilovers provided by CPP and their disc brake kit, tubular upper control arms. The rear is just a flip kit, factory leafs, 12-bolt posi, 373 gears, all new Yukon stuff in it. So that's pretty much the chassis.
So you went with US mags, and I like the look with the red line tires. Everything is just accented with red on this truck, which really makes it pop.
Yep.
So with your interior-wise, I know that Mike and Sarah with Slosh Tubs went through, and you had this just recently, a couple weeks ago, in their booth at C10 Nationals at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yep.
It's a pretty big honor to go through and sit in their booth, being asked to have your truck in there with them.
Yeah, Mike and Sarah are great. Just great people, run a great business, have a great product. Hospitality's great, just all around great people.
So tell me a little bit about the interior of the bed there.
So the bed's red. It's a Raptor liner that was color tinted with the same red that matches the interior. It's the same red that matches underneath the engine bay. It's the same toner that we use. It's just a straight red toner. It is very bright out in the sun, along with the interior, but that's what I wanted. I wanted a bold statement to go from the engine bay to the inside to the out to the inside of the bed, just to really set the truck apart from anything else I'd seen and what I had done. So it did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know I'm not the biggest into the square body era and all that, and I know you've done several Gen 1 and 2 trucks, but have you done a square body before?
So I actually had a square body right out of high school. I had a red short wide bed 79, and it had black and gray interior. Drove it in college the first year and then sold it when I come back, and then I bought a new OBS at that time in 98. So this is my second square body. Of course, my first square body was just it was back in 1996 when they weren't popular, and redid that whole truck, and I think I got $5 grand when I sold it. So now you can't even buy a rusty one for $5 grand.
Yeah, that's the truth. So I want to give a big shout out to Nick for letting us come down and check out old Snowball here, but Nick is not a one and done with these trucks. How many projects you got in the queue right now that you're working on?
So we've got a 66 C10 that's a patina build, real nice chassis, LS3, 4L60E, be nice inside, just the outside we're gonna leave alone. Got a 71 K5 Blazer that's a full frame off deal, 4-wheel drive. It's a paint and body. Gonna be really nice. In our aspect, it's gonna be really nice. I hope everybody likes it when it's done. I got a 51 Suburban that's on a Scott's Air Ride chassis. That's my wife's. That's gonna be coming up pretty soon. And then I just bought a new 66 C10 cab from Premier that's gonna go on a TCI chassis. And then my son's Monte Carlo will get treatment at some point in time. And then whatever else I drag home. You know, it's, a lot of these have come home that wasn't planned on, and this square body was definitely not in the plans, but it was there, it was for sale, and we built it quick, and now we'll move on to the next one. And it actually sold. It's going to Oklahoma City middle of this week to the new owners. They bought it down in C10 National, so it's already moving on and making room for the next one.
Well, that's what's cool. Nick's got a great vision. You know, a lot of times he can see these well beyond when somebody's got these posted on Marketplace of what this truck looked like. Originally, he was like, hey, you know, this is just gonna be a quick patina thing and cut it down. He can't do that. I mean, this patina thing, I know that's killing him with the patina 66, but he does shiny and he does quality work. But it's gonna be cool to see him step out of his comfort zone and see what he can do in the patina world too, because it's gonna be really cool to see this 66 finished up when he gets done with it too.
Yeah, so the patina build, you know, I've got a good jump start on it, and there's aspects of it that I put that together and I'm just like, this is rusty. Why am I even doing this? You know, because that's not me. But as it's come together, I'm really starting to see it. Is it's going to be just a cool truck, and it'll get a lot of attention for that crowd it's into that patina stuff, and it'll be done right chassis wise. It'll ride great like the rest of them. It'll have comfort creatures, you know, in the inside. And it'll be like a new truck when it comes to that aspects. It's just not gonna look like what anything else that I build, that's for sure.
Well, hey, it's awesome. Everything you've done so far, you know, Lucille is his 67 C10, and he won C10 Nationals with it last year down at Texas Motor Speedway. It's all over the internet. I mean, everybody's like, what a perfect build. And I can't wait. We're gonna have Lucille on the channel as well to highlight that, but it's one of my favorites by far.
Cool.
Well, if you guys haven't, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you follow along. That way we can go through and show you what else Nick's building out there. And everything so far has been killer, so I hope he keeps bringing great quality stuff, and you guys will be able to check out a lot of his builds and potentially bring one of them home. We appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.